right now. So we want to learn about some RCT application in technical report writing. The first part is page formatting. We want to learn how we can format our page to have certain margin that is prescribed. So we have this file here as default. Now we want to make the file to have 1.5 inch at the left margin. So by default, the Word file has 1 inch at the left, right, top, and bottom. But to make it 1.5, we can actually highlight the text using Control A like this, and then move the locks. We can move everything to come to 0.5 points. Okay. So what we have here is okay. What I pasted here is and then we can change this to single column. So what we have here is 1.5 inch on the left, 1 inch on the right, 1 inch on top, and 1 inch at the bottom of the page. 1 inch at the bottom. You can see it from here. It's 1 inch. Now we can also do that using another method. For example, if you have the file by default in this manner, we can do page setup and then look at indentation left, then you type 0.5 here. 0.5. Then it's formats that's the left side. Now, for references list, we want a hanging indentation. Hanging indentation. So you highlight the list, for instance, highlight the list in this manner, and then you drag back the top. That's hanging indentation. Then you can also arrange in alphabetical order, either ascending order or descending order by clicking this icon, A to Z. For instance, if I choose descending, then it arranges from last to the first on the alphabetical list. For those, we need ascending order, so we click this. All right. So these are some of the things we want to learn today. Now, we want to learn how to create table of contents. Very important. Table of contents. We want to create table of content automatically from the Word file. So pay attention to the screen now and see the way I'm going to do it. We are still going to use this document too. I'm going to copy some text into that document from here. Then we create 2 chapters. We're going to create 2 chapters with at least 2 sub-heading in each chapter. Then we now form table of contents using Microsoft Word. Okay. So I've pasted some text. What we are going to do is, first of all, we leave space for the title, the main chapter title. Remember, the main chapter title will be centered and a capital letter, just like this, chapter 1. Chapter 1. Then you press enter again, then you type the chapter heading, introduction. Introduction. Now, these 2, we are going to format them to be main heading, after which we are going to form subheading. Now, pay attention to the screen now and look at this styles bar. Did you see this place? Yes, it is on normal. You use this normal to type your document. This normal is for what? Typing your document. But here we have no spacing. Then the next one we see heading 1. Now that heading 1 is where we are going to work now. Now let's click on this chapter title, then you click on heading 1. Before then, let's go and reformat it, because by default, heading 1 is starting from left margin. You can see when I put the cursor there, the chapter 1 moved to the left margin, and it's blue color, blue face, and then it's not Times New Roman. So we need to format it. You right click on top of it, then you go to modify. So you come here, change this to black color or automatic. Change the font size to 12 and Times New Roman. It is Cambria headings before. Change it to Times New Roman. Then the spacing between that chapter, that heading, and the paragraph, you can modify it by clicking these two, icons. Do you see that? Do you see what is happening to that chapter? Yes, sir. When you click this, then you close up the space. You close up the space. You use this to give it enough space. After doing that, you can come here and check either this or this, anyone, or even you can even leave it. New document based on this template, then you say, okay. Now, when you say, okay, we didn't finish it. We need to actually embolden it, modify. Click on bold. You use this B. Okay, it's already bolding. So it must be emboldened and centered like this. You click center. This is center. This is left align, right align, and this is justified. So you click centered. You see now, the chapter 1 has moved to the center. This preview shows what you are going to see in the file after you have used this format. So now, we click on, we highlight this heading 1, the chapter 1, you highlight it, and click on heading 1. Then it will format it accordingly. This one too, click on heading 1. Now, subheading. We want to form subheading. We have to format subheading differently. Let us say 1.1, then you press tab. Remember? What is the 1.1? Background information to the study. Background information to the study. Okay. Let me toggle the case. Yes. So background information to the study. This is to the study. Information. Okay. Typographical error. So let's correct that. To the study. This one should be small t and small t here also. Okay. So it is now well written. Now we want to come here. Hello. Open this drop down to see other headings. We have heading 1 and heading 2. Now we have only heading 2 showing. By the time we finish using heading 2, Word will bring out heading 3. You see that heading 3 is not showing yet. If you have not used heading 2, then it will not bring out heading 3. If you need heading 4, after you have used heading 3, it will bring it out for you. So let's format heading 2. Modify. Heading 2 should be left aligned. Times New Roman. Font 12, isn't it? Bold. Black. And then the spacing, let's add a little bit spacing between that heading and the paragraph. Like this. Then we say, okay. You can say new documents after that. And then you say, okay. Now you can see the thing here. So you highlight what you have typed and click on heading 2. Heading 2. We have now heading 3 will show up. Okay. Now let's go to section 1.2. Let us say we are starting section 1.2 from somewhere here. Let's make this one a normal typing, not in italicized. So let's say we are typing section 1.2 here. Now, for the headings you have not typed, hello, headings that you have not typed, what you do first is to click on the format you want. You click on heading 2, then you begin typing 1.2. You press tab, then statement of the problem, right? Statement of the problem. That one has been embodied, it has been formatted because we clicked heading 2 first. Now let us say we need to have 1.2.1, 1.2.2. Then we need to use heading 3. Let's go and format heading 3. Modify. Check this to black. Times New Roman. Left align is there by default. Then the spacing, let's add a little bit spacing. Now, I think it's okay. Now, you will not realize what we have done now until we form the table of contents. You will realize that something is different between heading 2 and heading 3. Now, let's go and have 1.2.1. Let us say we want to have it here. You click on heading 3 because that is sub-heading. You don't use 1.2 for that. Heading 3, 1.2.1. Space it, you space it and type maybe problems. Let's say problems with power supply. For instance, look at the way I typed it. There is no other capital letter except the first letter. Take notes. Take notes. Apart from here, there's no other capital letter. 1.2 is different. This is different. This is title case and this is sentence case. Now, let us put some text under that to form the paragraph. Let us say this is the paragraph. Let's copy that. And now, when you press enter, if your cursor still remains on heading 3, you have to go back and click on normal. Of course, when you press enter, Word will change it to normal. But if by mistake it's on heading, don't go and type with heading. You have to click on this normal before you begin typing the paragraph. So the paragraph will be formatted accordingly to paragraph formats. Now let's go to chapter 2. We have finished chapter 1. Let's go and do chapter 2 so that we can appreciate the table of contents. Chapter 2, we are going to use heading 1. Abi? Chapter 2. Literature review, right? Literature review. So this one too have to be formatted as, if you have typed before you click, then you have to highlight it and click heading 1. Is that not so? Are you not following again? Okay. So 2.1, we want to type 2.1. Before you type, it's better to click on the format first. The format is heading 2. 2.1. 2.1. Historical developments. Historical developments. Historical, okay. Historical developments. I will change that case. Okay, what has changed it for me? Historical developments. Then you press enter. Okay, press enter and developments. Okay, this is title case. So we now copy something. We have finished 2.1. Let's go to 2.2. 2.2, recent occurrences. Now I have not clicked on heading format, right? So because I've not clicked before, I will highlight it now and go and click the heading 2 format. And that's the format I want it to have. Okay, occurrences. That's it. Then you press enter and it goes to normal. Then you paste or type whatever you want to type. Now let's have 2.2.1. Then you go to heading 3, 2.2.1. New power plants. New power plants, for instance. Then we type whatever we want to type. Then 2.2.2. 2.2.2. Renewable energy. Renewable energy. Then you press enter and type. Now let me save this file as, I'm going to save this file as, let me save this file so that we can have it saved in the computer. I'll save it as I'm coming. Reports. Let me just call this ICT and reports. ICT and report writing. Okay. Home. ICT and report writing. And report writing. Okay, I saved this file. IVT. I've saved it. Don't worry, I'll change it later. IVT. This one. Are you okay now? Where is the file? Okay, this one. Okay, heading 3. Like this. Are you okay now? Now, let us say we finish this file. We want to now generate the table of contents. Don't ever type your table of contents by hand or copy and paste it. No. Since you have done this, Word will generate the table of contents for you now automatically by one click, single click. I know this young man shouldn't have forgot that. Femi, that was my former project student. Now let us say I want to put, hold on. Let's create a page for the purpose. And that page now, we must click normal. Okay. We're going to create a page where we are going to put the table of contents. Like you know, table of contents should come before the chapter headings and the rest. So we want table of contents to be on this page. What do? You go to references. Hello? Click on references. The page numbers will come, you will see. Of course, we need to insert page numbers, but it will actually come. Table of content. After clicking references, you come to table of content, then click the drop down here to select the format you want. So what we open, so we are going to use this. This is the format we are looking for. We are not going to use this that say content. I'm going to use the one that say table of contents. There are other ones. Look at it. This is manual one. We are not using this also. We are using this. Then you click on it. Then the table of contents will drop by itself. So let's check whether we have the table of contents here yet. It's already there. You can see that it has added the page numbers by itself because it already knows which pages they appear from. So this is table of content. The only thing we need to do is to move this heading to the middle, or probably you click on heading 1. Probably you can click on heading 1 in order to format it the way we want. Because table of content has it by default inside, so we can actually move it manually. You can move it manually by pushing it to the middle by clicking here. Then if you want, you can make it a capital letter by toggling. You can put a Shift F3. When you press Shift F3, it toggles different places. So we can make that one bold as well. Now, having got that, so this is table of contents. This is how to generate your table of content. You need to remember, as you are typing the report, you must add the headings inside. If you don't, they will not appear here. Now, let me create an error into the file so that you learn how to correct errors. When errors have been created, let's say this page, on this paragraph, we mistakenly clicked heading, maybe heading 1 or heading 2, mistakenly. Now, what you will now discover is that what you click here, mistakenly, this particular paragraph, by the time you generate table of contents, it's going to show in the table of contents. Are you there? Yes. Or perhaps after you have created your table of contents, you now added more subheadings to your file. For instance, 2.3. Let's add 2.3. Heading 2. Heading 2. 2.3. What's that? Power systems. Let's just give one fictitious heading. Power systems. Like this. If you go to table of content, power system will not show. The error I created will not show until you make it to show. This is the original table of content that we created. You cannot see the heading I just created now, 2.3. You can't see it. So what do? Any other heading that you have created or any other word that you want to show, you come here and click on update table. You click on update table, then you say update entire table, not only page numbers, but entire table. Then you say okay. Then the new headings created will now enter. Look at this. Power systems. That's the one we created. Then the error I created will also enter now. This is the error I created. The paragraph has entered in the table of contents. So how do we correct the error? Let's go back to the error and see how we can remove it from the table of contents. Okay, to know where the error was, you can bring out the navigation pane to easily navigate into the file. Under View, then you click on Navigation pane. Then it shows all the contents in the table right here. So you can click anyone, you navigate there immediately. So where the error was is somewhere. Where is the paragraph now? I can't see it. It's supposed to show here, or let me see. It's there. It's hiding. Now what we do is this. We go back to table of content to see where it was under 1.2. Okay. So from 1.2, I think this is the error. So you now go back to that where error is. Click on that particular paragraph portion, that portion where error was. And when you click on it, then you go back to the formatting pane for the headings and go and click on normal. Okay. Let's highlight that and click on normal. So by the time we click on normal, Word will remove it from the headings. Has it been removed? Normal is not activated. Okay, no spacing. Let me see whether no spacing is supposed to be normal. Okay. No spacing, then normal. Now let's check the table of contents again. Now whether it's there, we will refresh, we will update the table. This is the table. We update it again. Update the entire table and see whether it still remain there. It's still there. But that's the procedure anyway. That's the procedure. The procedure to remove it is to click on what? Normal. We go back there and go and remove it by clicking on normal. Now, if you don't click on normal, it will remain in the table of contents. No, it's not by deleting. If you delete it, you know what will happen? If you type another thing to that space, that particular portion, it still goes to show. It goes to show in your table of contents. I don't know why this button is not working now. Heading 1. Okay. Normal. You should have removed it. If you okay, it is still there. This is it now. It has shown as heading. But what we are saying, after clicking normal, it should remove it. Yes, it has removed it. Let's update the table again. Is it showing? Still showing, but should be removed. Anyway, let's leave it for now. We are coming back to that. In order not to waste time, that's the procedure to remove it anyway. Now, the next point, create a table of content. That's what we just handled. We are going to create references, citation, and lists. Hello? Let me quickly explain that we have 2 methods to create references, citation. How many methods? No, it's not manual method. We can use Word references tab here, where I'm putting my cursor here. We can use that. We can use the Word tab. Then we can use what's it called? We can use OneNote and or what's it called again? That's escaped my mind. The 2 of them are special app prepared to make references. OneNote or Mendeley referencing. Now the 2 of them that I typed here, these 2, you use them. To use them, you have to install them on your system. The Mendeley they have a website that you connect to your system, and then you go there to do your formatting. You copy your papers there, and you do the citation using that. But for here, the one we are going to learn is this references tab. I'm going to use the Word app, this Microsoft Word. Okay. Microsoft Word. And to do references citation, the in-text citation, we go to the file and add the text of the material, the source material, whether a journal, textbook, or conference paper, or what have you. Let's go back to the file. This is the file that we have created. Then we want to do citation into this file. Pay attention now. So let us say at this point, we want to add a citation. At this point, where I put cursor, then you go to references. We go to references. Hello. Look at this portion. Look at this one. I have something here. Did you see what I have here? What's this? Because I've been using Mendeley on this system. You can't see Open Mendeley in your own. You have not installed it to your system. By the time you install it, you have this icon under references. But right now, what we are going to use together is this. This one. Inside citation. I'm using references. What's it called? Mendeley. Look at this icon. That is Mendeley icon, which is the same thing as this. Because I'm using it on this system, that's why I show you. Now, for your own, we will go here. We go to insert citation. Before you insert, you must select which style you want from here. You click drop down, upper 5th edition, upper 6th edition, high EEE, and so on and so forth. You see so many reference styles, but the one we want to use is what? Let's say upper 6th edition. Is that not so? So you now click here and click on insert citation. Then you click on add new source. When you click that, this will open. This page is opening for you to add the source material. Now check here if you are dealing with textbook that you want to cite. Book is here by default. Now if it is a journal, you click drop down here. If it's a book section, maybe when you say book section, if it's an edited book, I told you about edited book that have so many authors that author different chapters. So use this. If it's a journal, you click on this. If it's conference proceeding, whatever, there are plenty here according to what we have learned before in class for references. Now you choose the particular one you want to cite. Let's say it's a book. For book, you type the author's name. Author's name, let us say Ajibade what? Ajibade Matthew Adeola. Now, if it's a corporate author, look at this box. Corporate author means it's not a single person. Maybe an organization, they are the one that authored the book. So you click on this. Now, title of the book. Give me title of the book. Introduction to Electronics. Introduction to Electronics. What year? Let's say 2018. And the city of publication. Somebody said New York. Okay. Publisher. Publisher. Who are the publisher? Quiet, please. Publisher. Macmillan. It's okay. It's okay. Then you will say okay. When you press okay, you look at this place. What did you see? Ajibade 2018. And that is the in-text citation. That particular material has been added into Word. When you are going to generate references list, just click, and all the materials you have cited will drop down for you, well formatted. So let's add other material. Let's say a journal. We're adding a journal at this point. We go back to the references. We click on it again. We go to insert citation, add new source. Add new source. Let us say this time we are citing a journal article. For journal, we talk about author or authors. Let's say we have two authors. Authors, let's say we have Charles Hafiz. It's okay, it's okay. Now, to add other authors. Hello, listen, look at this. Look at this example. This is surname, comma, then other names. Then when we put semicolon, that means you have ended that, you're adding another author. So we are going to do it that way. Surname, comma, it must look for that comma to identify the surname. Then Hafiz, S, let's say S. Okay, we put a, what was it called? Semicolon. Then the other person is Bran. Brancade Joy. Are you there? Now, having that, we put the author's name, the title of the article, the effects of renewable energy in power. Let's leave it like this. Just the inverter has gone off. I will continue to finish up this before I stop the recording. So some people can come around and see what I'm doing. Journal name, International Journal of Power Systems. And the year is 2021. Pages 45 to 54. And I say, okay. Then he formats this as Charles and Brown 2021. That means my brand, I didn't type it well. I used small letter. Now, having got that, I will now go ahead and go to where we need to insert the references list. So this is where I want to insert references. So what I do is now, I will go to insert bibliography. I will now choose the format I want. This is the format I'm looking for. Surname before initial. Upper 6th, 7th edition. This one, if I insert this, it will say bibliography. If I insert this, it will say works cited. But let me see whether we have another format. Of course, we can delete that word bibliography and type references. Let me just click on this one. Then the references list will just drop down by itself. You can see it. You don't have to type it by hand. It will drop it for you and format everything in alphabetical order, and that's all. Now, this bibliography, I can now remove it because it's references that we want to use. I think you get the point now. References. So something like this. So that's it. That's how to insert references, index citation, and the references list. Now, for now, we can stop here and make this one a complete video. So in the future, we continue with other items in this video, in this ICT and report writing lecture. We have other items to learn: how to insert tables, how to insert figure captions, how to combine two sections with continuous numbering, the front section and the body of the reports, to combine them in a single file and do insert page numbers continuously for the two sections. Then we are going to look at abstracts, how to write our abstracts. Then we are going to talk about developing PowerPoint presentation, how to do PowerPoint presentation. Will you keep quiet? I'm still recording. PowerPoint presentation, Then we talk about how to convert text to table. When you have a lot of figures typed, then you want to convert it to table. Instead of typing into the table one by one, you can do it with Word. Then we'll talk about how to make PDF files. When you want to print your work, you need to convert to PDF, how to do that. And sometimes you need to convert PDF back to Word file. Then when you have a printed work and you want to adapt it to your work, how to take a printed work without retyping it and get it into your file. That's number 11, converted printed work to text, either Excel or Word. Then use of Excel. I want to teach you a few things in Excel, how to use Excel to do addition, multiplication, subtraction, and few other mathematical work, including calculating mean, the t-tests, and the other tests that we did in research methodology. So in the future, visit this channel, ElectroTeach, where you see other videos in this series. So for now, we call it a day. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe the channel, click thumbs up, like, and share the video as well.